Hi, Carrie. Thank you for your hospitality today. Actually, Tom was a little worried about whether I would get along with his family, so I was a bit nervous myself. But you welcomed me warmly, and I was relieved to see that Tom has such nice and kind parents, like you and Jack. I feel like part of the family now. Huh? Part of the family now? Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorry? I only pretended to approve your marriage because Tom wouldn't give up, and Jack supports him. Getting married without telling me is simply unforgivable. Well, that was Tom's idea. He knew you wouldn't approve of our marriage, so we went ahead and got registered. He wanted us to start living together soon, but I insisted that we should at least greet you before that. I felt it was the least courtesy to have you guys attend our wedding. I won't allow you to have a wedding. I don't even recognize you as his wife. Oh no, what did I do wrong? I'll try to improve whatever I can. Not that you can improve or anything. There's something fundamentally wrong with you. Fundamentally? To start, a woman who can't even handle basic housework shouldn't be married. Having a wife with no skills is just a pain. Can't handle housework properly? Well, Carrie, respectfully, I've lived alone and managed all the household chores myself. Plus, I enjoy cooking, so I've been cooking for myself every day. I plan to do the same when I move in with Tom. You're going to quit your job, aren't you? Huh? No, I won't. See? Women are expected to be full-time housewives after marriage, taking care of the home and catering to her husband's needs. It's common sense. I'm saying if you can't do that, you're not cut out to be a wife. In this day and age, it's normal for both spouses to work. Many couples share household chores too. Besides, Tom understands my job. I work from home most of the time, so I have more flexibility to handle housework compared to someone who works in an office. Don't boast about your job. You're not well educated and don't have a good job anyway. Just quit already. Not well educated? Yeah, that's right. You only graduated from middle school, and all you can do is work from home. It's sad to cling to such a lousy job. And people will think that Tom doesn't make enough money. If you don't become a housewife, he'll be embarrassed. He respects my job, and I take pride in doing work that only I can do. It's a shame you don't understand. Don't get ahead of yourself. You just stay at home and call it a job. I do work at home. If you talk back to me again, I'll do whatever it takes to get you two divorced. What? You're my son's wife. You have no place in our family. Tom and Jack may be on your side now, so you act all bossy. But if your in-laws demand a divorce, you have no choice but to comply, right? No. Tom and I will discuss and decide what to do in that situation. We're adults, and we have the right to make our own decisions. I don't think we just blindly follow everything you say. Huh? Why are you talking back like this? You're my son's wife. Ugh, I'm so angry. You don't deserve Tom. I'll never allow you to have a wedding. I'll make you get divorced. Now I see why Tom didn't want me to visit your place. I don't think there's much use in continuing this conversation, so I'll take my leave. Hey, hold on. Don't just walk away. If you continue behaving like this, I'll have to take action. Hey, why aren't you at home at noon on a weekday? If you were someone's wife, you'd be home cleaning at this hour. Don't tell me you're skipping housework and goofing off. Ugh, it's awful. The rooms are so messy. I stepped on some weird cloth and slipped and fell. Huh? Wait, what? Carrie, Are you in our house?
Yes, I am. It's my son's house. Nothing strange.
How did you get in there? I didn't give you a spare key, did I?
I borrowed it from Mia.
What? Tom's cousin Mia? I told her not to lend you the key.
Oh, yeah. She was stubborn and wouldn't lend it to me, so I took it without her noticing.
You mean you stole it, right? What do you want with my house?
Originally, I thought I'd give you a little wife training. Since you've been slacking off on your chores, I'm going to change my tune.
It's not slacking. I'm at work. I'm usually home most of the time, but I'm at the office today for a meeting. Hey, Carrie, don't do anything weird, okay?
I'm not going to do anything weird. I'll do what I have to do.
What are you going to do? Don't touch her stuff without permission. Look what I found here. Hey. Hey, Carrie, what have you done? Where did you put the wedding dress?
Oh, hi, Nancy. Have you come home now? Looks like you were a step too late.
This is what happens when you abandon your duty as a wife and goof around. I don't have time for your lecture now. Did you take the wedding dress away, Carrie? I need it for the wedding tomorrow. Please return it now.
I can give it back, but I don't think you would want it anymore because it's become rags now.
What do you mean, rags?
I ripped it up with scissors. It's now a ragged dress. It's more suitable for an uneducated woman. Now the dress is gone, how could you hold the wedding tomorrow?
What did you say? Ripped it up with scissors? The wedding is tomorrow. And you ripped the wedding dress to shreds? Why did you do that?
I wanted to ruin the wedding in your face.
What?
My precious son Tom is getting married to an uneducated woman who didn't even finish school properly. I couldn't stand the thought of it. And yet, he even registered the marriage without telling me. And now, he's decided to hold the wedding without discussing it with me. I really don't want it to happen.
I don't understand. Do you think you have the right to do that just because you're not happy with the wedding? I only have one day until the wedding.
You made that dress, didn't you? That means you won't have to pay anyone even if it's ruined. It was your handmade dress. And you have no time to make another one now. No wedding dress, no wedding ceremony. You'd be held responsible for the dress and you'd lose face. Hopefully, Tom will be annoyed and get you divorced. Then, you'll be kicked out of our place. Yes, that's what I thought.
Excuse me, but are you serious? You're acting so foolish. Did your hatred for me fry your brain or something?
What a rude and foul-mouthed thing to say. Why did he marry such a woman? He's a nice boy just like his father, but he clearly doesn't have his father's keen eye for choosing a good woman. He went and fell for a bratty girl like you who can't even do housework.
I can't help but be blunt. Your mysterious behavior is driving me insane. Do you realize how much effort it took me to make that dress? An entire year. I designed it, I stitched it together by hand. I invested all my passion and skill into it. And now you've torn it to shreds for no reason? Damn it all!
What's the point? I don't like the way you work either. I don't know if you're a designer or a seamstress. They're just minor jobs around the house.
We're not discussing my job here. I mean, it's none of your business.
You're so cocky. I really don't like it.
What are you really going to do tomorrow? Mia is looking forward to it. The dress and the wedding.
Well, I'm sure Tom and Mia are looking forward to it too. If you don't have the dress, then we have no choice. If you had kept an eye on it, it wouldn't have been ripped to shreds. It's all your fault.
What kind of messy shifting of responsibility is that? I can't believe you ruined your niece's wedding to bully your son's wife. It's disgusting.
What? My niece?
Mia is Tom's cousin. In other words, your niece, right? You ruined her dress. I really feel sorry for her. A wedding is the once-in-a-lifetime event for the couple. Then her aunt, of all people, has ripped up her dress and ruined it. She will be devastated. I don't know how I can face her.
What? What are you talking about? Mia's wedding is next month, right?
Huh? No, it's not.
Isn't it your and Tom's wedding tomorrow?
No, our wedding is next month.
Huh? Why? What? Tomorrow is your and Tom's wedding, and next month is Mia's wedding, isn't it?
No, it's not. Tomorrow is Mia's wedding. Don't tell me you were mistaken.
No way. Then that dress...
It's Mia's. She ordered it knowing I'm a fashion designer. I put all my skills into making it for Tom's lovely cousin. But you ripped it to shreds in a moment.
You are telling a lie.
Huh? You really didn't know? I thought it was because you didn't like Mia's marriage. And maybe you plan to get rid of me claiming I'm responsible for canceling her wedding.
I wouldn't do it to her. I wanted to cancel your wedding, not Mia's.
But you were talking ill about uneducated women's marriage. I thought Mia is one of them in your mind. She is not highly educated. She's a high school graduate. But she has a cooking license and has a fine job at a nice restaurant. And she's getting married to a man who graduated from college and works for a major company. I thought you were against her being a working wife and looked down on her lack of education.
It's only you that I hate for that. You are a middle school graduate.
What? I had higher education than that. I'm a college graduate.
Huh? No way. You can't possibly have a college degree. You can only do some trivial work from home.
Not really some trivial work, I guess. I'm a fashion designer. That's why I have a college degree in clothing design.
Bullshit. I heard from your classmates. They said you quit high school halfway through. It means you only graduated from middle school.
It's true that I quit going to that high school, but I earned my credits and received my diploma. I prioritized preparations for my future over graduating from high school. First of all, I needed to learn a foreign language.
Learn a foreign language?
I went to a college in Italy. I came back to the US after graduation to work as a designer. I can show you my diploma if you want.
What? If that's the case, you should have told me earlier. Why didn't you tell me?
When I visited your house the other day, I explained it to you thoroughly. Jack and Tom were very understanding about my background and the nature of my work. But you only caught the part that I'm working from home, and you just misunderstood the whole thing from what you heard.
Shut up. Are you saying it's my fault?
I don't care about me right now. What are you going to do about Mia's dress? The wedding is tomorrow. You stole the key to our house from Mia, and you broke into our house and ripped off her dress. It looks like you really hate her. How are you going to explain this?
I don't know. I tore it off thinking it was yours. I didn't mean to tear up Mia's dress. It's your fault for leaving it there. It's not my fault.
You're not even going to apologize. Mia has been kind to me, and I feel like she's my sister, so I spent a year making this dress just for her. And you stole it like a thief, and even tore it to pieces. And what is that logic you are not guilty because you thought it was my dress? You're the worst, the most vicious, and the dumbest.
Shut up. Who do you think you are to talk to me like that? Ah, I have an idea. I just tell everybody that you did all this.
Huh?
Mia ordered a wedding dress, but you couldn't make it by the due date. So you just tore it. What kind of a designer is that? Now your reputation is ruined. You'll have no choice to get a divorce and disappear from our lives.
I'm speechless. You know what? I have recorded this message thread from the middle of the conversation. I will show this to Tom, Mia, and her husband, and your husband, Jack. And I will decide how to handle it from now on.
What? A recording? That's not fair.
Not fair? Seriously? Think about what you've done before you say anything. I will never forgive you. You're the one who will disappear from our lives. I sent the recorded message thread to all the parties concerned. Jack, Tom, and Mia's husband were furious and rushed to Carrie. She was thrust divorce papers, and Tom declared that he cut ties with her. Mia's family also declared their insulation. Afterwards, she was charged for the cost to rent the wedding dress and the compensation for the dress she ripped. She had to pay for them with her own pocketbook and money from selling brand bags and other items. She became extremely poor and was evicted from the house alone. Her relatives were aware of the incident, and no one would help her. She is now working part-time to make ends meet. Later, at our wedding, we invited Jack. He apologized about what Carrie had done. I am relieved to know that he intends to watch over me and Tom's married life.
Alexa, are you at home now?
I'm here. What's wrong?
Did you watch TV? The national weather forecast just now. A hurricane is headed directly to Florida.
Yes, I saw it. I was just worrying about you. Does it look okay?
It doesn't appear good. There are no flights because of the hurricane, so I won't be home for about 3 days. I'm sorry I can't be there for the birth tomorrow. But even if I'm not there, I'm sure you'll have a healthy baby.
Well, that's Florida, isn't it? There's not much you can do.
Just my luck. A hurricane at a time like this. I really wanted to videotape the moment.
The doctor said it might be past the due date. You might make it in time.
But it's better for you if the baby is born on time, right? I'm prepared to miss it.
I think I'll use a tripod and videotape it myself.
I can't believe my company put me on a business trip to Florida at this time of year.
Oh, by the way, is it true when you said that your colleague Mr. Tanner was going with you?
Why?
I saw him yesterday.
What? Where?
I stopped at a bookstore while I was out for a walk. We ran into each other there. I thought he was on a business trip with you, so I was surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. They changed it to someone else at the last minute. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, is that so?
Alexa, did he say anything else?
Nothing. He just told me to have a healthy baby, that's all.
I see. Good.
What? Is there something that would be a problem if he had said it to me?
Of course not.
There's something fishy about you, isn't there? You usually don't care what people around you say. The only time you pay attention to what's going on around you is when you're feeling guilty.
What do you mean guilty? Do you think I have time to think about anything else when my beloved wife is about to give birth? I'm frustrated too. I want to see you as soon as possible, but I can't go home.
I see. You're worried about me. I hope the hurricane passes soon.
If the hurricane heads north, I might not be able to go home for a while.
I'll just have to give birth on my own then.
I'm so lucky to have such an understanding wife. If you'd cried at a time like this, I don't know what I would have done.
Your mother is close by, so if I need anything, I've got her. Don't worry.
I'll talk to her too. Well, good luck with the baby. I'll be cheering for you from Florida.
Hey, asshole, idiot husband. I asked Mr. Tanner this. Huh? Aren't you and my husband going on a business trip to Florida? And guess what he said? It's been postponed due to the hurricane. Who would go to Florida when you know a hurricane is coming? I tried to hold back what I wanted to say and played the role of an understanding wife. Please, someone praise me. I am Alexa, 30 years old. What is my husband doing lying to me when I'm in this condition? I tried to probe him about it, but without success. What is it with you, seriously, when you keep saying things like my beloved wife and other whitewashed things? Mr. Tanner's information revealed that he's not in Florida, but a message from my mother-in-law confirmed my husband's betrayal. Hey, Alexa, you got to hear this. My mother-in-law, your blood pressure will rise again if you get excited. Don't call me that. Sometimes I like to be a traditional wife. I forget. So, what's the matter, Nora?
I'm at a steak restaurant by myself.
Steak by yourself again? I wanted to go too. You should have asked me.
I didn't think you could go because it's so close to your due date. I'm the kind of mother-in-law who feeds her daughter-in-law both eggplant and steak. After all, young people need to eat good food to nourish themselves. After the baby is born safe and sound, I'll let you eat whatever you like as a celebration.
I understand, but I heard if you eat spicy food and walk a lot, the baby will be born the next day.
Oh, really? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about.
What is it?
Sonny's at the same restaurant I am.
What? Really?
Didn't you say he was in Florida? Why is he still here? Was it cancelled because of the hurricane?
I thought he went on a business trip, and then he called me yesterday. He said because of the hurricane, all the flights were cancelled, and he couldn't come home.
What? So he's still in Florida?
That's what he claims. He said he was sorry that he couldn't make it in time for the birth, but to think that he's so close.
I know I'm not mistaken. His voice is definitely Sonny's. That son of a bitch.
The guy he said he was going with. I ran into him, Mr. Tanner. He told me the trip was postponed.
I see. So he's cheating on his co-worker and his wife by eating expensive steak.
Thanks to you, my suspicions were confirmed. So, who's Sonny with?
Well, he's with a woman.
I knew it. That's what I thought. I imagine that's what it is, but I'm still a bit shocked.
And then he said, "Hey, this is the meat I raised." They're both so excited. It's so weird and disgusting that I can't believe it's my child.
I can imagine.
I want to grab his nose with a pair of tongs and roast it on a grill.
I want to say, oh, you've got a nice grill mark on your nose.
I want to pour lemon on the grill marks and make him scream in agony.
I want to wash his eyeballs with the leftover lemon juice.
They're feeding each other. That's disgusting. They've ruined my steak. Can't they be fined for ruining a good meal? If I were a big shot, I'd make that law right now.
Where are you sitting, Nora?
I'm sitting right behind Sonny, back to back.
So close. So how come you can see everything?
There's a big mirror in the restaurant. I can see Sonny's table, and I can only see Sonny's back and the woman's face.
That's quite a good position, isn't it?
Oh, he just took a slice of carrot from her mouth and put it in his own mouth. Can't they be banned from the steakhouse? Oh my god, I'm going to throw up.
Endure it. It's a waste of meat.
I can't stand it. You're having a hard time with your big belly. I can't believe he's flirting with her at a steak restaurant.
I don't like to say this to the person who gave birth to him, but he's trash, isn't he?
I guess you can't win them all. I don't like the idea of my own son being such a piece of trash either.
What's she like? Is she pretty?
I can't really make out her face. She's wearing too much makeup. She's got a lisp and a goofy tone that makes me sick to my stomach. She's laughing and saying things like, "Your poor wife is so fat." I can't help but get angry. I've just about had it. I'm about to charge in there with a steak knife.
Hey, can I go there now?
I don't care, but if you get too excited, you might go into labor.
If I do, I'll give birth right in front of him. Then I'll wrap the umbilical cord around his neck.
I'm sure the steak place has sharp knives, so you don't have to worry about cutting the umbilical cord.
No, seriously, don't try to make me give birth.
Just come on down. I've got a hot steak knife waiting for you.
I have a blonde wig from a year-end party a long time ago. I'll wear it.
What did you do?
Beverly Hills Youth Chronicles.
Oh no, I want to see that so much.
See you later. Save me some meat. We'll have to celebrate after we take care of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Why aren't you answering your phone? Come on, talk to me.
Sorry, I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Florida stone crab and gator bites. Key lime pie.
Anyway, a lineup of the popular Florida stuff.
Since I'm here, I thought I'd enjoy it. I've traveled so far for a business trip. I had to try some of the local cuisine.
You're going out in spite of the hurricane.
Well, it's close to the hotel.
Oh, that's a nice t-shirt. Isn't that Balenciaga? When did you get that?
What?
Oh my god. The girl you're with is wearing the same color as you. It's expensive. It's going to smell like grilled steak. Are you sure it's okay?
Alexa, what are you talking about? Grilled steak?
Don't you seem to be getting along well with the person you're with? Her name is Nina, isn't it? She's a cute kid. I think she's a bit edgy. Just your type.
Wait a minute, where are you?
Where are you?
In Florida, of course.
Then who's that arsehole eating steak right in front of me? A look-alike?
What do you mean?
I'm right behind you.
What? No way.
Don't turn around.
I'm too scared to look back.
By the way, there's another person sitting with their back to you. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the heart to check.
I'll call her for you. Ta-da! Here she is.
You creepy son. I knew it was my mother. I smelled something familiar.
Por una cabeza, from a scent of a woman. Oh wow, you're on a roll, Nora. You must have a lot of pent-up stress.
I've been listening to these guys' sickening conversation for a couple of hours. I've only had 2 bites of steak, and I've already got a heartburn. Why are you here? I was having dinner by myself when you guys came in. I didn't notice.
Nora called me and I rushed over.
Have you guys always been such good friends?
We were in a secret relationship.
Don't get me wrong, it was clean. We only had meals. I ain't worried about that. I mean, Alexa is about to have a baby, right? Are you sure you're okay to come here like this?
I don't want to be worried about by someone who's neglecting his wife and eating steak with another woman. She must be really important to you, pretending to go on a business trip and then coming here to eat steak? And this girl, Nina?
I can't believe my mother's in the same restaurant. It's just not my day.
Oh look, she's getting mad. She's like, stop staring at your phone and talk to me.
Just let her eat and be quiet. Her squeaky voice is making me sick.
Maybe that's what's so cute about Nina. I bet that's what Sunny likes about her.
Jeez, bad taste. I hate pretentious girls like her.
You're more into Carrie Underwood or Rihanna, aren't you, Nora?
That's right, Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats is my favorite.
I want to go to karaoke with Mary again.
Mary only sings Taylor Swift. Who are you talking about? Sunny, do me a favor. What? She keeps going on about cutting her steak for her. Tell her you would cut her love handles in the handlebars. No way! How can I say that to my precious Nina? You tell her. Or would you like to be cut off from your parents?
Tell her. Are you willing to get divorced, go through alimony hell, and never see your kids again? Weigh that against Nina and decide which is more important.
Are you threatening me? I'll threaten you fair and square. Okay, fine. I'll say it. Shit.
I'm serious.
Nina is so pissed off.
Handlebars for a girl? Horrible.
How dare you? You guys made me say it. All the waitresses and customers are watching because of Nina's squealing. Your next line is going to be important. What shall we say next? That's enough. Don't screw with me.
Okay then, break up with her.
What? Right here, right now? I can't do that. I'll tell her later, I promise. I don't want to make a scene breaking up with her here.
I don't trust you. Of course he'll be back out and go out with her behind our backs.
So if I break up with her now, there'll be no repercussions?
That depends on how sorry you are.
You'll have to do a lot of repenting. Steak knives.
Or maybe the lemon punishment.
What's that? Well, I'll tell you later. Hurry up and break up with her. I can't.
What?
She's going to cry. I mean, she's already crying even now because of you guys. I'm going to have to make excuses and comfort her now. How can I say goodbye? But it's okay to make Alexa cry? Alexa is strong. What are you talking about? She's a pregnant woman, okay? She's anxious and worried about giving birth. She doesn't seem like that on the text messages. Besides, instead of taking your wife to a fancy restaurant where you can't even get a reservation, the sinful husband takes another woman. Of course she's emotionally disturbed. What's wrong with you? You've been fooling around with Mom all day, playing games with me.
Because it's all I can do to keep sane.
What?
Do you really think we're having fun? I decided to live with you, and I'm carrying a child. All the dreams and hopes I had had for my life were blown away. when I saw you were having fun with a flirty girl. You know how shocked I was?
I'm sorry.
Do you think you can apologize and be forgiven? I will never forgive you for making me suffer like this. That woman and you, I have to make you suffer the pain of losing something.
But you know, we don't have to say goodbye at a restaurant.
Then where are you going to go? A hotel?
Shall we make a reservation? Don't be so clever. You've always been a handful, haven't you? Now you're going to do exactly as your mother says. Not that again. Trust me, Nina won't cry or rant. She'll quietly get up and leave the restaurant. Even though she's still complaining about the aftermath of the love handles, I don't think listening to you two is going to end well. Don't worry, trust me. I am a level 1 certified woman's heart examiner. What the hell is that? Who gives out a certificate like that? Repeat after me. Greedy, trashy woman who messes with married men. Woman like you. Trashy, gross-knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too young for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream, and go to bed. Huh? There's no way I can say that. I'll turn around and tell her myself, okay?
Then I'll tell her.
No. I'll do it. Then I'll...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This isn't the comedy club. I couldn't help but giggle. You guys are screwing with me after all. I don't want to disturb the other customers. I'm just trying to keep this from turning into a fight.
That's right. Unless you want to see a scene with steak knives and tenderloin flying around. I suggest you do as I say. I don't mind branding her love handles. We've got hot knives all over the table.
How can you say such a terrible thing? Do you know where she lives and works? I know. Why? For the compensation, of course. There's no way Nina can pay it. She's just a regular office worker.
Short comedy, the bakery. Excuse me, miss. 1 jelly donut, please.
Okay, that'll be $1.50.
I'm an ordinary office worker with no money, but I'm hungry. I'll eat it without paying.
You can't do that, ma'am. You have to pay.
I'm just an ordinary office worker. There's no way I can pay.
Do you think that kind of logic will work in the real world?
Well, that's how it is. Do you understand?
Why did you make it into a comedy? It's even harder to understand.
Oh well, I tried to make it understandable even for the dim-witted Sunny, but did it make things worse? Da-dum-tss.
Hurry up and say what I just said. Don't mistake a single word. Greedy, trashy woman who messes around with married men. Woman like you. Trashy, gross-knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too early for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream, and go to bed. Oh shit, they're staring at me. Not only Nina, but all the customers are staring at me.
I can't stop laughing at the look on Nina's face.
I can't take it. He really said that. He's the worst kind of man. Huh?
But look, Nina left without saying anything.
See, I told you so. What the hell is this? But this is all right, right? Can I go over to your table now that things are back to normal? I'm starving after breaking up. Buy me a drink as an apology.
Huh?
Huh?
What nerve you have to say something like that? Oh, I see. Insensitivity means you don't have nerves. That's why you can say it. Wow, the English language is so well constructed.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Whatever you're talking about, that's not happening. When did anyone say things are back to normal?
I mean, you said a lot of things earlier. If I do what you say, compensation and the kid's face.
I made no promises, and I don't want a father for my child like you.
Then why did you make me and Nina break up?
Of course it was because I couldn't allow you to be the only one happy. Didn't I say so? Oh, that made me feel so much better.
But you can't raise a child by yourself, can you? It costs a lot of money.
Don't worry about that. I haven't touched my father's insurance money.
That's just a small amount. With 300,000, I can at least put my grandchild through college. Huh? That much? What about my share? I'm the beneficiary. I will use it for my grandchildren. End of story.
Nora, I appreciate it, but I can't let you spoil me. That money was left for you to live on, okay? I'll be fine on my own.
What are you talking about? If only I hadn't given birth to trash. You and your baby might not have had to suffer so much. I'm the manufacturer. I'll take responsibility.
That's cool, but I have my own stubbornness.
You can earn your own living expenses, you can buy the toys and books. But if you live in my house, you don't have to pay rent and you don't have to pay for food. I will only pay for extracurricular activities, summer camp and whatever. I might buy clothes for them sometimes. As long as you love your grandchildren as a grandmother, that's fine, isn't it?
Nora, I love you.
So don't worry about anything in the future and have a healthy baby. Raising a child together, don't you think that would be fun?
Nothing but excitement.
How long do I have to keep my back to you?
Oh, don't turn around. I don't ever want to see your dirty face again. The moment you look at me, I'm going to slice it up into bite-sized pieces. Greasy pieces of meat need to be sliced up with the steak knife.
I've got an itch on my back too, probably from that filthy guy behind me.
I'll put some medicine on it for you later.
Sonny, I was actually going to grab your nose with the tongs. I was going to slice it up and pour barbecue sauce on it. But I don't want to ruin the knife and waste the barbecue sauce. You should be thankful. What are you talking about?
That I'll settle for money only. Alimony and child support for 18 years, please.
No way.
Yes, way. Lying wouldn't get me anywhere.
Mom said earlier she would pay for the kids' education. You think you can afford college on a few grand a month in child support? You idiot. You're so mean.
I'm going to eat my steak now. Could you please leave? You'll make the meat go bad. What's that smell?
The garbage man's stench is wafting to our table. Let's charge him for the steaks too. What the hell?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'll pay.
Then you can go home. Get the hell out of here, you piece of shit. The day after the steak-off, I gave birth to a baby boy. Nora was so moved that she cried for 3 hours. My husband was the worst, but I am happy to have met the best mother-in-law. After that, it seems that Sonny desperately tried to explain himself to the upset Nina. It appears he was splendidly dumped. He begs me to let him see his child, but I would never let him see him because it would be a bad influence. I asked for 30,000 in compensation from both Nina and Sonny. I don't think I will have anything to do with him other than asking for payment.